Hi, you're watching Floyd Steinberg's YouTube channel, and this is the second part of my comparison of the Elektron Digitone and the Zoom ARQ-96. And last week I stopped at creating a track, and I'm going to finish that today and give you some kind of overview on the features of this machine so you can draw your conclusions from all this stuff. So let's go. Okay, but first the correction of a thing I got wrong in the part 1 of this video. And I stated that the Zoom ARQ has no parameter locking on individual steps of your track. But that's wrong, and YouTube user Ralf Fischer brought this to my attention by commenting on the last video. Thanks again, Ralf. And what you have to do is, while in instrument mode, press the record button. And now what you can do is cycle through the individual steps of your track, and then you can adjust any given value with these 3 encoders here. So for example, let's change the filter frequency of this step. Now let's move a little bit ahead. And now let's change the filter frequency back to the normal value. Okay, and now let's listen. So it's totally possible to do this, and another great feature on the Zoom ARQ. Thanks again. Alternative uses for the Zoom ARQ's ring, part 4. You can use it to create Roomba music. Okay, in the last step I'm going to add some synthesizer pad sounds which play some chords in the background. We've got C minor here, so I've prepared this sound. Let's go to step mode and edit this in. As you can see, I've doubled the length of the track to 4 bars instead of 2 bars. So we have a little bit more space for variation here. Let's listen. Okay, so far so good. As a bonus, let's add a bass drone sound because we've got 16 tracks available here. Why shouldn't we use one more than 4 compared as opposed to the Digitone? So let's go to instrument mode once again, select the bass drone sound, and then back to step mode. And we're going to play on C2 here. So once again, and here. Okay, let's listen. You can hear it there. It's very silently in the background. Alright. So far for the Zoom ARQ. Now let's do the same thing on the Digitone. Okay, and here's the same thing on the Digitone. I've selected this sound for the pad sounds. Okay, let's just... at first I need to make our track longer. At the moment it's only 1 bar of music, so I'll press function with scale and press the button 4 times until all of these bars are filled. Press yes, and now we can record 4 bars of music in a sequence, which is also the maximum, opposed to the Zoom ARQ's 8 bars of music. Okay, let's go. One row of introductions. noticed I only played the upper two notes of our chords because now I want to add the bass drone. If I add the bass drone with a 3-note chord, then I would exceed the 8-note polyphony maximum of the Elektron Digitone. So yeah, only 2 notes there and 1 bass drone note, so let's lower the octaves here. And what I need to do now is go into step mode once again, and then I need to press the slot in which I want to add the note, and then add note over here. Let's add the note. Okay. And yes, okay. And now let's go to the 3rd bar of music and add another note there. And yes, so let's listen. You can hear it there. All right. Okay, in the last step I'm going to add some external gear into the mix, in this case my rephased P for an electric piano sound. And the way I'm doing this on the Zoom ARC is I can assign MIDI channels to each of these instrument slots. So in fact we could have 32 MIDI channels on here, but I'm only going to use 1. And you can do this by editing the instrument and going to the settings, going to the MIDI tab, and over here you can select the MIDI channel. It's channel 1 in this case. And yeah, I've already edited this track, so it doesn't eat up too much time in this video. Let's listen to this. The audio output of the rephased P is routed to the audio input of the Zoom ARC, which then goes straight into my ARQ-24. Yeah, sounds very nice. Now let's go to the mixer and add the rest of the tracks here. And now, last step, let's repeat this process on the Digitone. Okay, so finally, here is the same thing on the Digitone. On the Digitone you can use the 4 tracks additionally to the instrument tracks for external MIDI gear. You can do so by pressing the MIDI button, and then you press on Synth 1 and you've got this selection screen here where you can set up the MIDI channels. Let's go with channel 1 here, and yeah, now let's leave the MIDI screen. Oh yeah, I forgot, once you're in the MIDI screen you can activate the step editor and then just enter the notes just like you work with the normal Digitone instruments. Okay, so I've already did this, and here's the result. Let's listen to this. Now, once again, the rephased P is connected via MIDI out, and the audio out of the rephased P is connected to the audio in of the Digitone. And now I can once again jam on the rephased P. Alternative uses for the Zoom ARC's ring, part 5. You can use it for a game of bocce, in your house, in the darkness, alone. Okay, and here is one thing the Zoom does have, but the Digitone doesn't have, and that is song mode. So I've lined up all my patterns I've created in the course of this video. And now I'm going to create a song from them, and just press the song mode, and you see you got some banks of patterns here. My bank I'm using here is bank H, and now let's just press the record button and begin. 2 times introduction for this pattern. Now let's switch to this pattern. Maybe 4 times. And now back to the original introduction pattern. Yeah, that's it, song mode. And now you can play that back. And it will, play back that pattern sequence I just recorded here. So, yeah, nice thing. And then you can jam along with another keyboard or on the keyboard of this machine and create something new on this collection of tracks. Okay, and now the same thing on the Digitone. This machine has no song function, but you can chain patterns to create a sequence. So you do this by holding down the pattern button and then holding down the patterns you want to chain. So let's begin with the introduction. Okay, now I've created a chain, and now you can play it back. Now let's jam again. So what's the takeaway here? Both machines are excellent sequencers, but I think the Zoom has a slight edge on the Digitone because it can use all 16 MIDI tracks instead of 4. Also, it has twice the numbers of bars in a pattern and operates on 32nd notes instead of 16th notes. Also, the UI never hides functions as the Digitone does, where you frequently have to look up forums or the manual for those secret key combinations. That being said, the Digitone is the more expressive instrument due to its FM synth engine, which offers deep sound-shaping possibilities. The Zoom has the standard subtractive synth model, which often requires you to think outside the box to achieve certain sounds. Both machines are capable of creating great-sounding music though. Hardware-wise, the Digitone wins the battle hands down as it's well-built, a precise tool for creating music. The Zoom also suffers from software bugs. For example, while creating this video, I messed up one of my patterns when I tried to append some bars, requiring me to delete the whole pattern and starting from scratch. This never happened on the Digitone. At the time of releasing this video, the ARQ-96 has been discontinued and Zoom is selling off stock. The ARQ-48 is still on sale though. Last but not least, here's the finished track. At some point, I will crossfade from one machine to the other, try to spot it, and try to guess which machine is which. Yeah, and that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please consider subscribing to my channel. There are lots and lots of other synth-related videos on my channel. And as always, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.